Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and get a perpendicular line. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to use what's called the 3-4-5 method. I've got my line that's parallel with my eave drip. So the irregularities in the eave drip have been straightened by this line. Whether I'm doing one shingle, which is overhanging, or I'm doing the second shingle, which is not overhanging. The first shingle is not overhanging, and the second shingle has the line. Now, in this particular case, my rake or my gable end, my rake is straight. So essentially, if I was brave enough, I could just measure 30 and 36 in order to go up the rake, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to measure 30 inches right on this line. And I'm going to make my crow's foot pointed down. Three foot over. I'm going to do it again. Now again, I'm by myself. Usually it helps if you have somebody with you. But either way, I can get it done. It just takes a little longer. So I've got 3. I'm going to make a 4 here. So I'm right in the middle of my tape. There's a little slot. Right on the 4, I'm going to make an arc. It's very important that if you have somebody helping you and they put the top of the tape on the mark, you want to put your marker and be making your arc from the top of the tape. Same with if you're at the bottom of the tape. It doesn't matter if you're at the bottom or the top, it just matters that you're at the same place that your helper is putting it on. It's very important. Are you at the top of the tape? Are you at the bottom of the tape? Put me on the top of the tape. If you're by yourself and you're using a nail, there's a slot that's in the tape measure that you put your tape on, and then it really doesn't matter because you're in the center, so it doesn't really matter which side you're on when you go to make your arc. And I want it to arc so that I encompass my mark in the arc. Then I'm going to come here and I'm going to go 5 feet. And I'm going to do the same thing. And where those 2 marks intersect is my straight. So the basis for the square line is a right triangle in the Pythagorean theorem. 3, 4, and 5. A, B, and C. So the Pythagorean theorem says that a squared plus b squared equals c squared, or the square root of a squared plus b squared equals the square root of c squared. So we'll insert the numbers 3, 4, and 5. So the square root of 9 plus 16 equals the square root of 25. So the square root of 25 equals 5, or 5 equals 5. Some other number combinations is 6, 8, 10. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 2 is 10. 9, 12, 15. 12, 16, 20. And 15, 20, 25. As the panel gets taller, the numbers need to get bigger so that you can get closer to either edge. Okay, I've already got my nail down, so I'm going to go ahead and utilize it all the way to the top. the way down to the bottom. Okay. So I'm going to use the drip edge here for my 6. Okay, so basically I'm all laid out, ready for shingles. Now this is if I want the lines to line up. Every other course, the keyways will line up. If I don't want them to line up, then I want to do a 4 or 5 inch pattern. I'll go into that next.